Hi guys, this is JJ. Welcome back to my channel. And today I have a pick a card. What are the energies that are going to be with you for the month of May? We have a new moon in Taurus happening on Saturday. So it's going to be a beautiful month for friendships, for relationships, and May astrologically is going to be the best month of the whole year. So everybody's going to be having fun. There's a little bit of clarity coming in for many of us. So I'm really excited for this month. April was a little turbulent, not to mention January and February and March, right? So this is what I have. I have 3 tarot decks, different decks, so that you guys are able to pick which one resonates with you better. We have the Morgan Greer tarot deck as your first option. We have the Lunestra Tarot, I believe that's what it's called, as number 2. And then we have the, give me a second, let me see right here. I have the deck right here. This is called the Divine Animal Tarot, and this is by Lisa Hunt, but this one is in Spanish, so it looks like this. Okay, that's for number 3. So like always, the timestamps are pinned in the comment section. My email for personal readings is always in the description box, along with my Instagram channel if you wish to follow me there. So what I am getting intuitively is May is going to be a good month for friendships, like I told you guys earlier. There is this sense of unity that's coming through. There is this sense of connection. I feel like someone is getting married in May, okay? It's like someone is going, I don't know if this is your wedding or a friend's wedding for some of you, but I feel like it's gonna open up a door for you. Like it's your friend's wedding, but you're gonna be like, I want that. I want not the wedding, but I want that connection with that person that your friend has, or the person that's getting married. There's this sense of connecting, uniting. There's something about a bride here, okay? I feel like there's some type of sacred union that is happening for many of you. There's some type of a ceremony, a commitment ceremony, or it could be any type of ceremony for you guys, but ceremony is coming up very strongly. I feel like many of you will be bonding with a partner, okay? Like I said, it's going to be the best month romantically, and the cards and spirit are telling me that there is going to be some type of a connection here, a uniting of families, of relationships, of friendships, okay? I feel like this may be between a air sign and an earth sign here, okay? I'm getting heavy Taurus, heavy Capricorn here. Not Virgo so much, just Capricorn and Taurus. And then I'm getting also a fire sign here. This might be like I don't know why, but I'm being drawn to, I'll show you right here, to the chilies here. Okay? I feel like if this is there's gonna be added more spiciness and zest. This is a limit and freshness to a relationship. Okay, I feel like like I said, we're reconnecting with someone. We're learning that we are one with this person, or in this relationship, or in this friendship. I also feel like it's gonna be a month for you guys to take care of your bodies. Okay, there's something about we're not eating healthy, and we need to address that. Okay, so we have strength for the second option. We have awakening for the first option. And then we have compassion for the third option. So if you couldn't pick by the regular different tarot decks, then you can definitely pick by these little messages here by your angels. So let's get started. So we have awakening as our first option, or the Morgan Greer option. What does May have for you? So I feel like May is going to be a month in which you're going to be able to awaken. It's going to be a month like kind of like a wake-up call for many of you. Okay, there's something that you were not paying attention to, and I feel like spirit is going to bring it up to your attention. I don't feel like this is like a tower awakening. I just feel like this is more like oh, I forgot I had to do this, or I didn't notice how much I wasn't paying attention to my loved ones, or I was ignoring this area of my life, something like that. That's kind of the energy that I'm feeling. 5 of Swords. So there is going to be changes happening, okay? Be careful with your mind. You might be going back and forth in regards to something. And the Page of Swords. Very interesting. So many of you, you're going to get some type of news here. Okay, that's gonna wake you up to something. I feel like this is something you've been neglecting, and I feel like the news that is coming in, it's not gonna be very good to listen. I'm hearing it's gonna sting a little bit. Okay, there's some type of stinging happening, and spirit is saying, but it's for you to awaken to something because you were ignoring it, or you thought it wasn't going to have repercussions of some sort. For some of you, this is something in regards to the legal system, or some type of legality. Something about signing documents is coming up here for you guys. Okay, I also feel like many of you will be having conflicts with the Page of Swords, communicating as well. It's not going to be very easy for you to communicate for the month of May. Okay, so please make an effort to make sure that you're communicating in a clear way, that you're not saying one thing and then with your actions saying a completely opposite thing. Okay, I feel like also there's gonna be some type of gossip going around for the month of May for you guys. I feel like many of you, if you have a child, there's gonna be some type of a conflict that your child was dealing with, and it's gonna become known to you in the month of May. I feel like this child is very much in their mind. They may have some type of bullying maybe going around in school, or there is some type of verbal abuse. There's something that's going on that you were not aware of for your child, and I feel like spirit is bringing that to your attention so that you're able to do something about it now. I feel like your child maybe didn't want to speak about it, maybe saw that you were too busy, or just didn't want to burden you. This child loves knowledge. This child might be a air sign. I almost said fire, so maybe air and like their main dominant thing, and then fire secondary transits. Okay, but I feel like I'm getting this. Give me a second. For some of you, this is your child lashing out to other people. Okay, this is your child maybe having trouble setting up boundaries, and because he doesn't know how to do that, I'm getting a he. Because he doesn't know how to do that, I feel like he thinks that setting boundaries is by lashing out. Okay? Or there might be rumors going around with this child. There's something with this child. There's difficulties, there's changes here that need to be addressed that you're going to be awakened to for the month of May. The listener, exactly. So the sacred listener is all about, for some of you, this news could come by the 21st of May. I feel like this child has a hard time being listened to. I don't know why I keep getting child, but I feel like someone's child has a hard time explaining themselves and people don't listen, or this child has a hard time listening to you or listening to the words that are being said to him or her. Okay, for those of you who are not dealing with a child, and you're just having changes or some things, make sure you are listening with your inner ear. I feel like spirit speaks to you. I feel like you're going to see a lot of signs. There's something about music here too. I'm getting like you might hear messages through music. Okay, I feel like you might be able to get clarity through music as well for some of you. I feel like May is going to be a month not so much about talking, but listening. Okay, listening to what people are saying, listening to other people's actions. Then we have Catch Me. Trust, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. So I feel like someone needs help here because they're dealing with change. 13 to me is the Death card. And I feel like I'm getting two things. There's a cycle with the child that is completely ending. 21 will be the World card in the tarot deck. And I feel like there's a cycle of your child was dealing with bullying at school, with some type of mishaps at school or something going on at school. And I feel like that's ending now for some of you, okay? For others of you, I feel like you are these changes that you're dealing with, you're having trouble with them with the Five of Swords here. You're not wanting to make the changes, or you're just not wanting to deal with them. That's what Spirit is saying. You're not wanting to deal with them. And Spirit is saying you have to trust. You have to surrender to what is happening. And I feel like this awakening thing that's coming to you in May, it's going to be a little difficult to deal with. It's not going to be easy. I mean, listening to the truth in whatever subject in our lives, there it's always not easy, right? So I feel like many of you, there's something that's coming to you that you did not want to hear, or you just wanted to kind of broom it under the rug. And I feel like Spirit is saying you need to trust what is happening right now. Yeah, you may not know where you're going. See the fogginess here? They have clouds here and clouds here. But Spirit is saying if you listen close enough, you will hear Spirit's whisper to you to trust that it's okay. The crows, maybe some of you will be seeing a lot of crows during May guiding you. Or maybe you have been seeing a lot of crows, which crows signify a transition between one life cycle to the next in a moment of transition. And so for May, I feel like you're going to be really having a hard time trusting because you can't see clearly. But Spirit is saying if you listen, you will see. That's your inner ear will be your guide for the month of May. Okay? And then we have anger. Anger as my sacred ally. And I love this card. And again, 10, reiterating what I said. There's a new cycle that's opening up for you, but you just can't see it yet. And some of you, in the month of May, I feel like you're going to be called to trust. But these are things that you have planted in the past. These are eggs that you have kind of nurtured and you have taken care of them. And now they're going to start to kind of, hatch. And so Spirit is telling you to trust. Yes, things may be gloomy, things may not be easy for the month of May, even though I said May was the easiest month for many of us. I feel like for those of you who picked this group, there's gonna be, I feel like it's not bad, it's just you may be the type of person who loves to know every detail of everything, who loves to have control. And don't feel bad. I am the same way. I love control. So just May is going to be a month of you awakening and trusting that where you are headed. And they're both looking this way, interestingly enough, right? The Page of Swords is walking this way. She's walking that way. She is looking that way. So they're all looking towards the future. And your anger here, I love this card because it's very true. Our anger is our sacred ally. Why? A lot of people have asked me when I talked about it in Instagram, how could you say anger is something sacred? Well, anger is a beautiful thing because anger is when you finally say, hey, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Hey, this is not fair. Or you get so angry that you're like, this is not where I want to be. And you take that anger and you finally make the changes that you need to make. And many of you, that's what's going to happen. In May, something's going to happen that's going to wake you up. It's going to make you get angry. And it's going to say, with that same anger that you're feeling, you're going to be like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going on my own. I'm doing my own thing. And that's what's going to allow you to trust that sacred ally of anger is going to take you to where you want to go. It's going to allow you to take that final leap of faith into a path that you are not sure of yet. So that's why I love this card. That's why I love anger. Even though I took anger management classes in high school, but it's very true. Anger is what motivates us. It's what makes us be like, you know what? I'm too good for this, or I'm not dealing with this anymore. And you make that final choice of being like, you know what? No, this is it. I'm moving to, like, for example, I'm leaving this relationship. I'm not dealing with the bullies anymore. I am speaking up. So that anger, I feel like in May, you're going to feel it, but it's going to be a good thing. Okay. It's going to allow you to move forward in some way. And you're new on this journey with the Page of Swords. Okay. Some of you, like I said, if you have children, your child may be having anger issues right now. And it could be because maybe they're having trouble knowing exactly who they are, where they stand right now with their friends, with themselves. Okay, I feel like this child may be middle school, 8th grade to 9th and 10th grade, okay? Having trouble transitioning maybe from middle school to high school. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. And Spirit is saying, listen, listen, right? Listening is going to be your best ally. Listening and anger for the month of May. So now to option 2. Okay, let's go to option 2. We have the Lunestra Tarot, I think it's called. And we have strength. And for the month of May, you're going to be called to be strong in some aspect of your life. We will look at the cards to see what it means. But I feel like May is, you're going to be shown exactly what you're made of. That's kind of what I heard here. And I also feel like you're going to be dealing with a little bit of inner demons within yourself as well. 7 of Swords. What are you running away from? 2 of Pentacles. Okay. You're running away. Someone is trying to run away from a big decision in May. Why are you running? Maybe because you don't have strength. The strength card just flipped. Maybe you feel you're not strong enough to deal with whatever the situation is in May. You just flipped like that. So I feel like it's a lack of strength, or you feel that it's a lack of strength, but I feel like Spirit is here to tell you that whatever comes up for you in May, you do have the strength and you are not alone. Because the 7 of Swords is about a thief in the middle of the night trying to get away with something. Okay, and I feel like you could get away with it if you wanted to in May, but I feel like you're not. You're really going to be contemplating. I feel like May is going to be a month in which you're going to want to find balance. Balance is going to be key for those of you who picked this option. I feel like May is going to be a May in which it's going to be a May. Okay, it's going to be a maybe. I feel like you guys are going to have trouble making a decision with something. There's something about you weighing the pros and the cons, and I feel like it's gonna be too much for you to deal with. I don't know what this is. I'm trying to see if Spirit could give me more, but they're just saying it's gonna be heavy burden for you, and your first instinct is gonna be to run away. For some of you, I feel like May is gonna be a month in which you're gonna be able to have your ducks in a row, so that later on you won't be like this. Okay, being like, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I feel like many of you you're going to take it as a very proactive month to get stuff done, what you need to get done. Let's look at your next card. Heed wise counsel. Yeah, there's someone around you. There's an elder gentleman. Or this could be you. This could be your higher self through meditation that comes through and gives you wise counsel. But I feel like there's a decision that's going to have to be made in May. And I feel like there's someone reliable around you that you can go to and talk to for the month of May. I feel like some of you're going to want to run away from this, but I feel like you're going to talk to this person, and this person is going to make you see like a different perspective. Because someone wants to run away from something here, from a decision. Then we have Dragon's Pets. Communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, and guardianships. Yeah, some of you, for May, you're going to be very guarded. I feel like what you're trying to run away from, it's not going to happen. I don't know why I keep getting that. But they're saying you're not going to run away from whatever this is. It's something with communication. Someone needs to communicate something. Someone needs to say something. But the other person is not wanting to. And so they're running away. Whether this is you or somebody else. But someone's not wanting to be straightforward. Someone is lying. Someone is not wanting to. And it could just be that it's nothing bad. It could just mean they don't want to hurt you. Or they don't know how to communicate. And I feel like there's someone here that could help you. Interesting, because she's right here. Dragon's pet, and he's a dragon. And they're not the same deck. Yeah, it's going to be a month full of discomfort. Being with discomfort. It's going to be a month in which it's going to be uncomfortable for you to deal with. Things that you've been running away from are going to come and bite you in the rear end. I'm really sorry, but I have to say it. It's going to be a very, just the feeling that I'm getting, it's like awkward. It's not even really discomfort. It's that awkwardness. It's going to be just a weird month for you energetically. There's something where you're going to have to tap into your courage. See, courage and strength. I feel like May is going to be one of those months where you're going to try to run away from your responsibilities or from something that makes you discomfort, that makes you feel uncomfortable. And so you're going to want to run away from it, but then you're going to eventually, I see you running in circles back to where you started. So I see you kind of running, but then you go back. Okay. I don't know if because like Spirit is saying you're not going to be able to get away from running away from whatever this is. It's because it's meant to teach you something for the month of May. It's meant to teach you exactly how courageous and how much strength you have. I feel like there might be this might be a situation with someone older than you too. Okay, so this might be a situation with a parent, with someone in authority, like a teacher, a counselor, something that's uncomfortable to speak. I just heard someone's avoiding that conversation. I don't know. This is very specific to someone. Someone's avoiding that conversation. You have been avoiding it for quite some time. Since February, I'm hearing. And I feel like May is going to be the month in which you're going to have to communicate. There's no other option here. Give me a second. Let me see. Because I'm going to pull another tarot card here. For some of you, May's finances are going to be a little bit tricky. You're going to have to really manage your finances for May. Okay. The Emperor. Yeah, it's with an older man. It's with an older man. The Moon. There's a lot of confusion. There's also a lot of fear and insecurity with speaking with this man. For some of you, this is your father. Which, if you guys saw in my my IG, I said I haven't talked to my dad in like 5 years, and I'm kind of feeling drawn like this is for me too. So maybe a parent is coming back around for some of you, and this might be a situation that has always been turbulent. And I feel like this is a conversation that you've been daunting. It's something about a conversation, a communication. There's something that you have been avoiding, and the Spirit is saying May is going to be the month to do it. I feel like this is between this Emperor, the father figure, okay, or a husband, or someone in authority, but I'm getting the father or the husband here. This person is significantly older than you, double your age, I'm getting. And I feel like the person is, because this person is very intimidating. This person comes up as an emperor. So this person, it's like their way or the highway. But I feel like they just come off like that because the emperor could be very fair. Yes, they're not very emotional. And that might be the problem here. That you might be a person who has a lot of emotions, that has a lot of feelings. And you're like, I want to communicate that. But how do I do that? When this person is very much in their brain. This person is very much a logical person. And I feel like that's where the discomfort is. But I feel like Spirit is saying you have the strength and you have the courage. And I feel like for some of you, this is a companionship or someone who guards you in some way. For some of you, there's a spirit animal that's with you at this time when you make this conversation. I feel like many of you, May is going to be a month in which you're going to be going back and forth on this topic. Whether do I talk to this person? Do I not? This person may approach you on the 7th of May. And I feel like finally the conversation is going to happen on the 4th week, on the 30th of May. Okay, if there's a 30th on May, I believe there is. I can look at my... I'm trying to look at my calendar here on my Apple Watch, but I can't do it. I don't know how. Okay. But I feel like this is between, like I said, there's an air sign here And this person might be a fire mixed with earth, okay? And I feel like it's time to put that confusion, to clear that confusion away, okay? Because there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of fear, and I feel like a lot of turbulent water here. I don't know if you guys had a turbulent relationship or what this is, but it feels to me like it's time to put that aside. I feel like if you do come and you talk to this person, or you approach the situation with courage and strength, whatever this discomfort is, you will get clarity in the situation. You will be happy, okay? You will find peace, and I feel like there will be some type of a wish fulfillment. And I feel like this is something that has kept you binding. Sorry, you guys. And that when that happens, to me, that is spirit way of telling me you're right on the money. Okay, if you guys get a reading with me, you guys know anything that happens during readings to me is always a sign of spirit, and that's how I always work. And I feel like this situation has to do with family. There's something with family here, and I feel like this person is approaching you to talk about their emotions, and that is the discomfort. That is the, I do not want to talk about that, because I feel like it brings up a lot of deep rooted emotion within you that you have always kept in your subconscious. You've always kept it buried, and to bring that up, it's kind of like asking you to go through that trauma again. There's some type of trauma with this person that needs to be addressed, and I feel like this person is coming back to address that, okay? Because spirit is saying you need to do this, because not dealing with this has kept you stagnant and has kept you in the dark in some area of your life. And once you deal with this, I feel like clarity will finally come in for you. There is a sense of happiness and togetherness. There's some type of healing that needs to happen here. For many of you, this is in regards to a father. Okay? Yeah, I feel like someone was abandoned by their father, or was abandoned financially, but this is a cycle that has been going on for quite a long time, and it's time to wrap it up now. Okay? I'm really sorry I said May was going to be a beautiful month. I feel like it is. Don't get discouraged. It is going to be, it's just we have to deal with certain things, right? So now for option 3, if you pick the Animal Tarot, we have compassion. Okay, we have compassion here. So be compassionate. I feel like May is going to be a month in which you're going to be shown a lot of compassion, or compassion will be shown to you. I feel like people will be reaching out to you, or you will be reaching out to other people. Give me a second. Let me center myself, because I got very dizzy with option 2. It was very much deep, and a lot of channeled information came through. So the 2 of Wands. Okay, decisions. And then we have Cuatro de Espadas, 4 of Swords. Okay, so I feel for many of you, May is going to be a very peaceful, slow, serene month. Okay, which is very good compared to the other options. The other options were a little bit more turbulent, and yeah, so I feel like you guys, there's going to be a partnership. I feel like some of you are going to be taking a break. Okay, there's something that, there's some type of misunderstanding here with a partner. There's some type of illusion that's going to be shattered in the month of May for many of you. You're going to be shown something here with the Falcon. For others of you, I'm getting you're making a decision, or you're going to want to make a decision for the month of May. But I feel like with the 4 of Swords here, Spirit is saying nope. It's going to be a month for you to actually take a step back. I feel for many of you, May is going to be, like I said, a very chill, serene month. I feel like it's going to be by a month in which you're going to be able to relax and kind of take a step back. Let Spirit take the wheel, if you will, okay? And I feel like by you doing that, taking that step back, you're going to be able to see things from a higher perspective. Therefore, you're going to be able to analyze and see where do you want to go next, right? Because typically the Two of Wands is a man standing on a cliff with two wands holding the world in his hands. So I feel like many of you, May is going to be a month for you to, if things go slow, if you have your own business, if you work, or just life seems to slow down for you in the month of May, this is Spirit way of telling you, take that time to reflect. It's going to be a month to turn inwards. It's going to be a month for you to kind of take like a hermit mode and find the answers within and see is what you're doing satisfying you? Is what you're doing bringing you happiness? I feel like you've been in the sun for quite a while. I feel like January, February, March have been really good months work-wise, okay? I feel like you've been in the sun in some way. And I feel like now Spirit is saying it's time for you to kind of get out of the sun a little bit and go into the shade, okay? If you do that for June, you'll be able to go back into the sun. You'll be able to soar higher. But I feel like May is going to be a slow month. I don't know why that's coming up, but that's what they're saying. It's going to be a very slow month. It's going to feel like you're dragging your feet in some way. But Spirit is saying it's just for you to take time to reflect on where you want to go. What do you want to do? What is your next step? Okay, so don't be afraid or don't be concerned if things slow down for the month of May. I feel for some of you, you're not going to be speaking to a partner. Okay, you're not going to be speaking to a loved one. If you are a separate, there's still going to be the separation there. I don't see you guys coming into union or speaking to each other for the month of May. Of course, that's not for everyone. You might be seeing a lot of 3131. I feel like many of you need rest. And then we have Gwen and Ilush, number 16, attunement. Yeah, you need to go through some type of attunement. You need a time off. I feel like you've been on go, do, and Spirit is like, nope. May is going to be a month for you to actually chill, take the back seat, and relax. So that's good if you've been wanting to slow down a little bit, if you've been wanting to, go on a vacation. I feel like May is going to be a good month for you to do that. It's going to help you attune. It's going to help you kind of reset yourself, reset your energy, because I feel like you're energetically not there. Okay. And Spirit is saying, yeah, you want to go higher in your career, in your life, or you want to move forward in some way, but you're so dizzy. See the little things here? You might be suffering vertigo. You might be like, out of nowhere, you have these spells of feeling very, very dizzy. And Spirit is saying that's because you're always on the go. You're always working. Okay, so many of you need to take care of your body. You need that rest. Okay, I feel like you're not seeing clearly. And I'm going to look at that card because that card, I don't know what it means. So I'm going to look in the book, number 16. So 16, we have communication between beings, including people, animals, and magical beings via the senses. Incredible understanding between soul fusion and comprehension of meaning without a word being spoken. You may have recently discovered that you can often understand what another being has to say without them uttering a single word. Becoming more clairaudient, being able to receive messages that you hear, development of the chakras to do with hearing, becoming much more sensitive to sound. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, you've been going through some type of spiritual awakening. And for May, I feel like you're gonna see that with much more clarity. And some of you are like, I want to develop my spiritual gifts. I want to become more clairaudient. I want to develop it more. Well, I feel like Spirit is saying, well, yeah, you could do that, but you need to take rest. You need to turn inward in order to improve your spirituality, right? I feel like for many of you, this is sensory overload, because the card talks about you're able to feel other people's emotions. So I feel like you've been on overload, and that's why I'm being drawn to the spirals, because I feel like you need to rest, because there's so much going on energetically that you need to recharge. And I feel like this is kind of reminding me of like when this is your first, like, let's say you first discovered that you had a gift, okay, and then you go at it because you're like, yeah, I can do this is exciting, and then all of a sudden you're just feeling drained. You're like, okay, no, wait. Like, kind of like when you get your first car, right? You want to go drive everywhere, and then when you have your parents tell you, hey, go get this, go pick up your brother, go do that, you're like, oh man, you know, that kind of thing. I feel like also during the month of May, there's going to be a lot of clairvoyant things that's going to be coming up, but you need to be in this moment, this energy of peace. Okay, there's going to be a lot of intuitive messages, insights, visions coming in for you. Okay, and I feel like they're going to come in oh my god, telepathically. There we go. And I feel like that's why Spirit is saying it's okay if things slow down for a moment. Okay? If you're like, JJ, you know what? I'm not here to talk about my spiritual gifts. I just want to know what's going to happen in the month of May. Well, just know that May is going to slow down for you, okay? And there's a reason for it. I feel like maybe you're discovering your next step in your career, your next step in life. And Spirit is saying, well, you've been working too much. It's time for you to take a step back. And if you are not a workaholic, but you enjoy being always on the go, you're going to have a hard time with that in May. And I feel like that's why Spirit is saying, have compassion for yourself, okay? Because I feel like, yeah, look at that. Her special place. Find your own safe space inside and out. Exactly. It's going to be, May is, 2 16s. 16 and 16. Yay. So that might be your number. That might be your number for the month of May. If you add 16 and 16, 1 and 6 is 7. So this is spiritually in alignment with you. I feel like your May is going to be a month in which there's going to be significant spiritual breakthroughs for you, but you need to be in a moment of peace and tranquility. You need to find a space. And I feel like, again, there's a lot of overload. I don't know if this is in regards to work and people's emotions, or just in general, life throws things at you, and I feel like there's an overload and you need to recharge. And May is going to be that month for you to take a step inwards and find comfort in your own company. Be your own best friend for May, okay? And then we have, I embrace my body. I honor and embrace all of my body. I am receptive of her specific needs. Yeah, your body for May is going to scream at you that it needs rest, that it needs to recharge. I'm trying to figure out what's the tarot card, the Major Arcana 16. I can't think of it for the life of me. Give me a second. Because I know 15 is the devil. What comes after the devil? Oh my god, I can't remember for the life of me. Give me a second. 13 is the death. High Priestess. 17 is the star. 18 is the moon. 14 is temperance. What is 16? I can't remember it. Why? Give me a second. I'm looking through the tarot deck to see if I can. What? 19 is the sun. 21 is the world. 16 is the tower. Is the tower card. I feel like there's going to be a huge breakthrough for you guys in the month of May. And you can't see it. See, because I couldn't get that card for the life of me. I was like, what card is number 16? So some of you are having a hard time seeing your next step, your next big thing. You're seeking clarity. And I feel like Spirit is saying for May, if you take the time to go inwards, to take care of yourself, to be alone, you will receive that breakthrough, that moment of insight. For others of you, I feel like if you don't rest for May, the cards are telling you you are going to have a burnout. You're going to have a blow to your health in some way. Okay, so take care of yourselves for the month of May, you guys. And I picked the stack, and again, it makes perfect sense. Saturn and is transitioning through my 6th house, so I need to pay attention to my body. So you guys too, if you feel like your body is telling you that it's tired, that it's draining, please listen to it. Drink more water. I'm being drawn to, she's in water, the tower's in water. Drink more water. Go out to the sun. Have some fun. Relax, okay? Don't always be on the go. No, okay? So also, if something major happens in May for you guys, in regards to like something crumbles, something leaves your life, a major drastic change with 13 here as well, please know that if things outside in May look a little chaotic, look like they're crumbling, know that you can find safe space within yourself, okay? Within yourself, and be passionate towards yourself. So I wish you guys the best. Take care of yourselves. It was an honor. I wish you guys a beautiful May. And if you guys need any guidance or just want to talk, you can reach me on Instagram, the same way it's spelled here, at JJ Constellation, or you can email me for a personal reading. Bye, you guys.